Welcome back, everybody, to What You're Watching. That's right, the show where we watch crap so you don't have to. That's right. That's Dean's point to it. This week, we're talking Harbinger Down with Mr. Whalen, not playing Mr. Whalen. Alien movie that doesn't have anything to do with aliens, but hey, we'll get there too. All right, we're also talking a little bit of trailer trash talk and who's watching what. So it's bound to be a good show. Stick around for a little bit at least and find out if you like us. If you do, hit the subscribe button and the little bell to remind you that we're on next week, and it's always a fun time. I'm one of these nuts. That's right. I'm one of the hosts of this mess. They call me Reverend Jeff Kelley. And sitting on the other side of this mess over there, that guy over there, his name is... How you doing there, dude?
I am the dude.
He is the dude.
I'm the dude, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, every week we usually start off with trailer trash talk, so why should this week be any different?
Yeah, we like to talk shit as long as we don't get hit.
As long as we don't get hit, we like to talk the crap. That's right. And all of a sudden now my sharing box has a great big white thing in the middle of it. Thank you for screwing us all, YouTube. Okay. I think that's the right one. No, it is not. Let's try again.
YouTube gods for really fucking with us.
You click the share box and this great big white box appears in the middle of your screen and you've just got to take a guess. Hey, I think I guessed right this time. All right. First up this week on Trailer Trash Talk, Black Panther. And I can't talk a lot about the trash about it. The new ruler from the advanced kingdom of Wakanda, of course, must defend his land from being torn apart by enemies from outside and inside his country. I wonder if they're trying to get the Winter Soldier. I don't know, but it's coming to the movies. It's the very first installment of the Black Panther set, and we saw Black Panther as part of Civil War. I dug it. What you think about it there, dude?
Well, he was already the best part of one of the best parts of Civil War, so I'm excited to see what the whole movie about him would be.
For sure. I mean, we know his daddy died at the beginning of Civil War, which is how he became
there. Marvel can now have their own Batman, so
that's right. That's right. And his name is Black Panther. He's got a better suit.
I couldn't have been the only one thinking that when I saw him up in the tree.
He definitely has a better suit than Batman. It's made out of friggin' vibranium, man, and it just don't get no better than that.
You shut up.
He sends over. Cool. I was like, what the heck is this? Yeah, a Disney movie about a dog? No, not really. It follows a 12-year-old boy named Miguel who sets off on a chain of events relating to a century-old mystery leading to an extraordinary family reunion. After banning music, Miguel just wants to play the guitar.
So it's basically Footloose meets Mexican holidays.
There was no Kevin Bacon was not in Footloose. No.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Baby Driver. I didn't do that trailer on Trash Talk. We're saving that one for next week. A bunch of hokey crap. All right. I come across a lake. All right. Thomas goes out to their cabin in the woods to celebrate Christmas together with their daughter and her boyfriend. But their first Christmas together might be their last. That's right. Slasher at the Film Lake House. Lake Alice. Better than crocodiles in places that they couldn't survive. I like all the horror slasher films. You know me. They're kind of my favorite. The zombie movies were Wes's thing. I'm definitely I'm definitely a slasher film kind of guy. The next
who doesn't like seeing chicks getting sliced apart? I know I do.
The Gracefield incident. In Gracefield, 3 couples are spending a long weekend in a luxurious cabin when suddenly an uninvited guest in the form of a meteorite comes crashing to the party. That's right. The Gracefield incident. I'm having a feeling it's going to be much like Night of the Comet. Have you ever seen Night of the Comet, Cole?
Unfortunately, don't chastise me.
I'm not. No, because that would be a movie that we would definitely pull out of the closet to watch and what you're watching. So if you've never seen
it's one I've heard of before, though.
I will definitely get you a copy, and we will definitely check out Night of the Comet here on What You're Watching, because it's one of my favorite
So far,
80s movies.
This movie makes me think of the college that my grandma works at, because it's Graceland and this is Gracefield. So why are there comets? Grandma, why?
Yeah. This movie keeps coming. I keep seeing this movie coming with the weird Spider-Man enemy, but nobody can tell me what the movie name is. I even saw it as a preview to the Wonder Woman, and it still didn't give it a name. So I was really confused on what they were trying to explain to me. Hey, Cole.
Hey, what?
What you watching?
Oh, well, funny you may ask. I was watching Bruce Campbell kick some ass.
Good, bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
You found me attractive once, baby. You got real ugly.
This is my boomstick. You can find it on aisle 7.
Shop smart. Shop S smart.
Shop S smart. That's right. A man is accidentally transported to the year 1300 AD, where he must battle an army of the dead and retrieve the Necronomicon so he can return home. Did you say the words over it?
I said your damn words.
I said some words. I said some words over it.
Barada.
If you've never seen Army of Darkness, holy crap.
Then shame on you.
Shame on you. Shame upon your families. You shouldn't be watching.
If you haven't seen Night of the Comet, that's all right. But Army of Darkness,
Army of Darkness, you're not forgiven of. No, that's right. Hey, what was the next one you were watching there, man? One of my favorites.
I was watching the good old Ghostbusters, and I can after watching this movie, I can say it is true, Rev. This man has no dick.
That's this is absolutely Peter Venkman. Dr. Peter Venkman is probably the funniest character of them all. Egon is just, and Dan Aykroyd. Does the fire pole come with the house? We'll take it.
Hey, it's like that one time he tried to drill into his own forehead. Yeah, and I would have done it if you didn't stop me.
Lie. And everybody likes to argue that the Eco 1 started out as an ambulance, but no, indeed, just much like the remake, it was a black hearse. And they never made a white ambulance in those years of cars.
I've never heard anybody say it was an ambulance. I've always thought it was a hearse. Because look at it, it's a fucking hearse.
It's a fucking hearse. That's right. All right, and finally, you wrapped up your trilogy.
Our own T-shirts saying, "Hey, it's a fucking hearse."
A hearse. That's right. Creature
from the Black Lagoon.
The Laguna Blanca de Creature.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
A strange prehistoric beast lurks in the depths of the Amazonian jungle. A group of scientists try to capture the animal and bring it back to civilization for study. That's
for
right,
science.
Jack. Science. Dude, when I first saw this movie, I was a little kid and it scared the crap out of me. I mean, it really did. Like, I didn't want to go swimming in the pond no more because Creature from the Black Lagoon might be in there.
When I first saw this, I was a teen and I loved it.
I want to say they remade it in the 70s into a 3D movie that you could watch at home.
No, they didn't.
No, which one was it then?
You're probably thinking of Humanoids from the Deep. That's the closest
No. I'm telling
that's
you,
the closest I've ever seen it being remade. It's one of those movies that the remake has been in production hell for ever since the first movie came out, pretty much.
Well, I will look it up after the show and determine whether I was, on an LSD trip or not. But I don't think at 8 I was.
Guys, I think he was on an LSD trip.
Yeah, and that wraps up what you were watching for the 70s, week,
right?
Yeah.
But anyways, enough about me. Rev, what have you been watching? What you watching?
What have I been watching? Well, I started out with "If it bleeds, we can kill it." Predator, 1987.
To bleed.
A team of commandos on a mission in Central American jungle find themselves haunted by an extraterrestrial warrior. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Kevin Peter Hall, and a whole bunch of other people. The opening scene where Carl Weathers is sitting behind a desk and he goes, "'Cause somebody told him you was the best." Right. That was just like the greatest opening line of anything. He looks over.
You son of a bitch.
That's right. You son of a bitch. It was a great friggin' time to be sitting around watching The Predator.
You are one ugly motherfucker.
Dude, he smears crap all over him to win. I don't know if I could go that far. It was late. It was like 12:30 at night. Got out of a hangout with some friends, and I'm sitting here and the TV's on, and all of a sudden Open Water starts, and it's on Showtime, so it's like no commercials, no nothing. I was like, man, as soon as commercial comes on, I'm gonna turn this shit. It never went to commercial. So
I say that's a whole lot of nope.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of nope. Oh, based on the true story of two scuba divers accidentally stranded in shark-infested waters after their tour boat had left.
Hey, Rev, you want to go on a scuba diving trip with sharks? No.
I've done that a couple of times in my past and actually saw 6 hammerheads at the bottom of the coral reef beginning to eat, and noticed nobody else around me. So no, I'm not interested in going on a scuba diving trip to shark-infested waters any longer.
That's a lot of nope.
A whole lot of nope. Yeah, these poor people, if you haven't seen it, guess what? They get eaten. There's no way not to get eaten when a boat leaves you out there for more than like 21 hours.
There's no happy ending, kids.
Yeah, then there's Open Water 2 Adrift, but I couldn't watch that. I was just like, man, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta turn this crap off. My trilogy this week with The Fate of the Furious, Fast 8, and holy crap, it's the first in the last of the 3. Supposedly the last 3 movies, this one including, so there's 2 more, are going to be the wrap-up trilogy to the Fate of the Fast and the Furious franchise. But this movie's fantastic. If you guys haven't seen it yet, don't worry. Like 2 weeks, it'll be out on DVD and Blu-ray. You'll be able to catch the franchise. But the Cuba scenes are fantastic. That's all I can tell you. I'm not going to say they're believable, but they're really freaking cool. You get to see a lot of the island that people just haven't been able to film until the embargo got lifted. And this was one of the first movies that got released when you can actually see some of the real beauty of what Cuba really is. So even for that matter, you watch the first 20 minutes of the movie, you'd learn something fantastic. So I watched The Fate of the Furious. That's right. When a mysterious woman seduces Dom into the world of terrorism and betrayal of those closest to him, the crew faces trials that will test them as never before. And it definitely...
I haven't seen any of the Fast and Furious movies, but I can tell you this. These aren't going to be the last ones.
No, probably pick up another crew after this, and we'll see. Just much like the final chapter in the Jason line.
I was going to say, did you kids not learn anything after last week's episode?
It'll be
when they say it's the last 31. Thing, it's not going to be the last thing.
It'll never be the last thing. All right, and that's going to wrap up for what we was watching this week. You can check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/watchingvids. And you can leave us what you guys are watching, and we'll actually make comment to it our Twitter.
We love interacting with our fans.
Because we do. We absolutely love our fans. That's right. The Reverend has gone hatless tonight.
And don't leave a like, and then you will be voting for whether or not we'll make a shirt. That's a fucking hearse.
It was a fucking hearse. All right, let's see who's hanging out in our live hangouts tonight.
So we can say hi.
All 5 of our fans are out there, I'm sure. Let's see here. We're going to say hi to the Squatch Box tonight, and I'm sure that Mr. Christopher's over there playing video games, not watching the show. I'm going to start cutting him out if he doesn't actually support us.
Yeah, Chris, you better support us, or else I'll stop saying hi. I won't give you any advice either.
Starshine, that's right. She's always hanging out.
My mortal enemy.
She's really going to love the new show coming up in the fall time. We'll have to tell you about it. Come hang out with us one night. We'll tell you what the future's coming. We got Gary and Whitney White out there driving truck. Boy, those guys really bring it to you. They are the truckers that bring the food to your table. If you got berries in North Carolina last week, you might as well thank them because they were California strawberries and they were good.
Thank you, guys.
That's right. Sam Squanch Rivera says he's better late than never, and we haven't talked about the feature yet, so you're not all that late.
See,
Dupree is always in the place to be. Tells us that there's 6 of them tonight, and that must include Mr. Dean, the Quasi-Man Cooper. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Dean.
Barahuta Mila Kunes. That's right. We're all hanging out here On Monday nights, just about 8 p.m. is when we go live, and we would love to give a shout out to
That is
you.
Pacific Standard Time, though. Just
That
to be
is
specific.
Daylight Time at the moment. It's specifically a Pacific Daylight Time. That's right.
Specifically Pacific.
Specifically Pacific. That's
Try
right.
saying that 5 times fast.
I don't want to, because she does not sell seashells at the seashore. That would be stupid. You take those seashells and you take them to Michigan and you sell them there because they're worth a whole lot more. Why would I want to buy a seashell from you when I can just pick it up off the ground? Because mine's special.
Exactly. Why?
So I gave Cole the choice to pick out tonight's feature, and what does he come back with? Harbinger Down. That's right.
Welcome.
Mr. Whalen leads the crew. What is he? What do they say about it here? While studying the effects of global warming on a pod of whales, grad students on a crabbing vessel and its crew uncovers a frozen Soviet space shuttle and unintentionally releases a monstrous organism from it. Very much The Thing. And I loved it. I loved The Thing. So I was
pretty much made by the guys who were supposed to do the effects, the practical effects for the new Thing prequel, whatever it was. But obviously, we all know how that went. They got Rotoscope remade with CG. So pretty much these guys are like, you know what? I want to start directing movies anyways, and so why not show what we could have done?
You know, and much like life, you know, it starts out with that little tiny organism infecting one cell and going to another.
It just dawned on me before, as I was watching it, preparing for a show, as it left off with this guy being infected by this organism landing to Earth. It's like, wow, if you really want a sequel to Life, you could pretty much just pop this in right after Life, and
yeah, pretty much exactly. Only he didn't land in the ice cap, you know, in the Bering Sea. He landed in the Sea of Japan.
Just
minor tweaks,
continuity.
You know, sort of like, you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi in the original movies versus the prequels. They changed a few things.
Yeah.
You know, like Obi-Wan Kenobi was supposed to be trained by Yoda, but yet he was trained by Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah. But again, to be fair, these were never meant to be connected. This is just me being an asshole.
Right. And I connect movies like The Matrix and Terminators. If you watch the Terminators 1, 2, and 3, and then you watch The Matrix 1, 2, and 3, and then you watch Terminator Genesis.
That's the newest one.
It literally works as a 7-movie series.
Yeah, get rid of Salvation. Nobody cares about that.
Yeah, nobody cares about Salvation. Use Genesis because it's a far better movie.
I like Salvation.
Salvation's okay.
Yeah.
I like Genesis better, to be honest, but that's okay with that. So yeah, as soon as I saw Mr. Whalen, I never remember that freaking guy's name. I was like, oh, this will be a good movie. That's the guy, Lance Henriksen. I'll probably remember his name for 10 minutes. But the whiny scientist, what was that guy's name?
That was the great Matt Winston.
Matt Winston, that's what I thought. Matt Winston.
One of the co-founders of Stan Winston School of Character Arts. He is the son of legend Stan Winston, the effects guy behind.
Effects artist, not an actor. That's all I needed to know. Because, dude,
no, Matt Winston's not an effects artist. He is an actor.
He is an actor, but not an effect. Well, okay. You played the perfect jackass.
Yeah, Matt. We were talking about this before the show. You played a good jerk.
You played the part that you played the guy I wanted to get killed first. And I was rooting for you to die first.
So A+, Matt.
That's right. That's right. You were done and out of my life before the rest of them.
I just felt like I was laughing because in the movie he was playing a professor at a school, and he's like the co-founder of the school that I go through, the Stan Winston School of Character Arts. So I was like, now I can't trust you, Matt.
Now we can't trust you at all, ever. You know, honestly, as they bring you through it, I just kept thinking, man, this is just like The Thing. The only thing we don't have is a dog. We needed an infected dog, you know, to make it like The Thing. That was the only thing we were missing. And they were not on a ship. But dude, the nitrogen, We did have crabs until the damn thing ate the whole thing.
There's our
Good
next
God.
T-shirt. We got crabs.
We've got crabs. That's right. Harbinger Down. We had crabs.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened to the crabs? You don't want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was a bad deal. And I knew that Russian chick was just a crotch in the friggin'
Yeah,
wrench.
never trust Russians, kids.
Whenever they don't speak English properly and they carry a big blade, you need to kill them first.
Yeah, I was hoping it wasn't going to go to that, but that's the one thing I don't like about the movie. The one she just says, it's like, haha, I am Russian spy. I am Russian associate.
I am Russian associate. We don't have spies any longer.
That sounds so Cold War.
And what happened to the damn to the submarine? Why wouldn't the submarine have just blown the Harbinger out of the friggin' out of the water when they realized that she was dead?
That just made it feel very pointless.
Plot hole. Yeah, I mean, it was like, what was the point of even bringing the sub on board if they weren't going to see it or?
But we forgot one guy, the sloth guy.
The sloth guy.
Yeah, you don't remember? Okay, so there's this weird when we're pretty much getting to know all the characters, and they just cut to this guy. He's just pretty much there to get killed. But just to make him memorable, they have this weird, pointless scene where he's sitting in his bed staring at pictures he has posted around of sloths.
Yeah. That's the engine room guy.
Yeah, it's like what?
Yeah.
Why does he have so many sloths? Why?
And finally, when
he looks like one.
I mean, and then they had the giant dude. That guy was big,
dude. Yeah.
Holy crap, was that a big dude? When the monster finally came and took the Russian chick, and then the next scene, you see that it's basically looks like her. I mean, was that not a feeling right out of the thing? I mean, that was just like, it felt like a scene right out of something.
Stole her face, guys.
It did. It was just like, and it looked just like her. I wanted to stab it too. Poor in the end though was what's her face that got off the ship. In the end, everybody dies. The monster's still alive. They're trying to encase it in ice, and
because the whole thing is this is a tardigrade, so it's a sea bear, so it's gonna go into hibernation if it's frozen. Sort of like life,
right? Well, we're not sure. Well, that thing was whatever that thing was. Is it absorbed the DNA of everything that ever died in it? That was the big thing of the whole seawater that collects all the DNA of things that die in it. A comment that they made. So it was like a conglomeration of sea bear and giant teethy things, and it was just crazy. It was just died. It was.
And also that moment where the Russian chick died. She died because earlier there was an Eskimo guy that got bit in half. Then you just see his lower half sitting there, and then these mouths start forming out of it.
And he comes the giant beet eater. And then there was more than one of them for some reason. I don't know how that happened.
Reproduction.
Because they had, one was frozen in the hull, and then they set one on fire in the cage. And but the girl that got away, in the end, the question becomes, was she infected? They could literally do, Harbinger Down 2, where she gets picked up by the Coast Guard and it starts all over again. It could be the alien of the sea.
Exactly. We got to nuke it from orbit. That's the only way to be sure.
That's
foreshadowing, guys.
That's right. We have to nuke the entire planet from orbit. That's why we sent what was it? The people to Mars. No, it wasn't Mars. What movie were we rescuing Matt Damon? Oh, that was Interstellar.
That was The Martian.
No, that was Interstellar. We are always rescuing Matt Damon from some weird planet.
Goddamn Matt Damon.
We were trying to expand out into the universe because the Earth was dying during Interstellar. It was a great science movie until Sixth Lesson broke out, and then it got really stupid, and then it turned into an okay.
It's overrated, anyways.
Yeah, kind of like explosions, Michael Bay's explosions.
And now the comment section is gonna blow up because one, oh, how dare you call you said Christopher Nolan is overrated. He is Jesus Christ of the film industry. And then they're gonna be like, Rev, you pretty much compared him to Michael Bay. How dare you?
Because it'll be absolutely fun. That's the whole purpose of
We
it
are
all.
here to troll you guys.
We're absolutely here to troll you guys. Hey, look at it. My camera goes out right at the end of the show. Well, with that, then I guess we're going to wrap this edition of What You Watching Up. And we're going to say thanks for tuning in tonight to listen about Harbinger Down. If you like the show, find us on Facebook. You can like us or you can subscribe to us on the UB2B and click the little bell notification and you'll get notifications as to when we come on live next. We want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Cole, what are we doing next week?
We are doing a movie called Aliens, I think. Maybe.
That's right.
Yeah, I believe
Requested by one of our super fans, the Squatch Box. We're going to be
No, Squatchbox didn't. It was Star. Get it right.
Was it Star? I thought it was everybody. Okay. Well,
everybody pretty much, but Star was the recent one. It was like, hey, you guys need to do this or else I'll assassinate you.
Assassinate. Well, Aliens it is next week. And the week after that will be Wonder Woman. So we're going to have some shows coming up here pretty soon. Thanks, everybody, for watching tonight. I'm the Reverend Jeff Kelley for Mr. Cole Williams. See you next time.
Cole Wilmes, guys. Get it right.
Cole. What do I keep saying? Williams?
Yeah, you keep saying